I still remember the first time I met them, those curious beings, the Proximas, as we would later call them. It was all so surreal. At first, there was only the odd, unexplained presence, a faint hum in the air, almost like the way the world seems to pause before a storm. But then, one day, their ships appeared. Hundreds of them, floating in orbit like ancient celestial wanderers returning home. No weapons, no threats, only an overwhelming sense of curiosity and benevolence. I was part of a scientific team tasked with studying them, under the guise of understanding their technology and culture. But I soon realized that it was more about understanding us. They were fascinated by us, humanity, how we lived, how we thought, how we communicated. They spent months observing us, analyzing our behavior, and slowly we began to reciprocate. The first few weeks, we exchanged nothing more than small gestures and simple messages. But as time went on, our communication grew more profound. They never seemed in a rush, patiently waiting for us to catch up. Their appearance was nothing like we expected. They were tall, very humanoid, with translucent skin that shimmered under the light of our sun. Their eyes, oh those eyes, so different from ours, glowing softly with an inner light that seemed to contain knowledge of 1,000 lifetimes. But it wasn't their appearance that caught my attention, it was their intelligence. They were not just technologically advanced, they were intellectually beyond anything we could comprehend. It wasn't until much later, months even, that they finally revealed the truth. They were not just another alien species from some distant star system, they were in fact another species of Homo neanderthalensis. I still remember the shock I felt when they told us this. It felt like my entire worldview had been shattered and replaced with something incomprehensible. The Neanderthals, the name we had given them, had evolved from the same ancestors we did, branching off over 400,000 years ago. Their larger brains had led to rapid intellectual growth, and their culture and technology had advanced in ways we could never have imagined. They had isolated themselves on faraway islands from primitive and increasingly violent humans about 200,000 years ago, leaving only a few tribes that hadn't evolved as quickly to fend for themselves with the humans. Leaving Earth about 40,000 years ago to travel the stars and find a home for themselves without violence. For as advanced as they were, they couldn't bring themselves to wipe out the human threat. If you would like to see part 2, look for the link in the description, and as always, please like and subscribe.